Gavin has gone all old school. Shoes and a map. He does actually prefer an actual map over like your phone and stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
You actually prefer a map
over
your phone and stuff. Which look where we are now. We've just passed a very nice campsite, which I'm going to look when we get home and see how much it is at night and stuff, because it looks stunning. And it walks out into all of this, so
we are back in Keswick, more specifically Braithwaite, and I already think I'm in the bad books a little bit. I'm sure Catherine was just saying how I much prefer to use a map, and like I've said in a previous video, always check your map, know where you're going, because you might make a mistake, and that lesson was learned again today for me. I'm quite confident with maps and comfortable with them, but I was just too gung-ho out the gate, excited to get going, took the wrong turn, didn't really think about it too much, just got on the track of going, and it put us a mile out the wrong way. Luckily it wasn't a hard mile, it was fairly steady, but in this heat, no matter how flat it'll have been, it's still always hard. But we're hoping to do a few of the Wainwrights today, but we're just going to have to take it easy and play it by how we're feeling and the temperature, really. As I've said before in the past, I'm not particularly very good in too hot a temperature. Catherine likes it, but you know, when you're climbing the Wainwrights, none of them are particularly easy in any temperature, and it's made even harder in the heat. So we're currently working our way up Barrow. I've never done this one before. Now there's Catherine, hence why we got lost off at the beginning. But straight out of the gate again, views are spectacular. Kind of got wind ladder over the backside there, and obviously you can see Keswick in the distance that way. But lesson learnt, and I'll have to buy her a bead to make up for it, right? Currently at the top of Barrow right now, and you can see Causey Pike in the distance, but I think I can already feel the sun on the top of my head, so I'm going to call it on that, and we're going to cut down, and then we're going to back on ourselves through the valley, and we're going to go on the, I think it's Outerside, and then back down into Braithwaite, and then find a spot in the car park for tonight at Keswick. Too hot for me, far too hot for me. Catherine's fine with it, she can take the heat. I'm not so good.
I'm struggling
and even she's struggling today.
So.
I think we're kind of looking around about 22 degrees temperature. 22 degrees height. Highs of 22 degrees. There we go. I'll get there. See, that's what the heat and the weather does to me. But really enjoyable climb. It's a slog. It's pretty much straight up, isn't it?
You want to use the word enjoyable. You can use the word.
I like the climb, but I've said this before in a previous video as well. I kind of like that intense climb. Catherine's more of a undulating endurance.
No, I just don't find anything fun about looking at your feet for an hour.
That's an hour and a half, really.
Climbing. That's no fun to anyone.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to head down now into the valley, and then cut back on ourselves and back down into Braithwaite. intelligent one if you're carrying the map. Catherine's carrying the map. It's not being used to navigate though, it's just being used to spot the flies. But that's intelligent. While I'm suffering back here. Yeah, horse flies and flies. Does anyone else fall victim to horse flies? I have scars from them things. They're all over. There's just no relief. I feel like all I ever do is complain in these walks. I really do enjoy myself. We enjoy ourselves. But yes, we've definitely made a...
Just hang on a second while I tell us where we're going. That way.
That way.
Follow the path.
So we've changed the route, but we're still going to bag a few Wainwrights, just not as many as we originally planned for. But we're going to follow this footpath up on here, and we're going to come around the back of Outerside and climb up onto there, and then Stile End, and then back into Braithwaite. So we're still getting some, we're still climbing some, covering some distance. It's just not what we originally set out to do.
The severity of that though. Today.
Yeah, well, we're going to do Causey Pike, but I just know that I'm going to suffer later on if I don't call it now. I really don't cope very well with the heat. We've actually got a story of when we were on honeymoon. I'd booked a table for a romantic meal, which you could only do 2 in the whole time you were there, so one a week really. If you were there for 2 weeks, it's 2. And I booked it on the only night that was available, and I got sunstroke and ended up sick in bed. Well, Catherine was very, very disappointed with the fact that I wasn't very well. Yeah, you were concerned.
Yeah, but it was the sun cream. It was the sun cream that did it to you.
Yeah.
It was definitely dodgy sun cream, because you were worse in the places where you put the sun cream on.
Yeah. You think buying sun cream in a pharmacy you'd be safe, but it really wasn't.
It was
Egyptian one, yeah.
cream.
So from that point onwards, I've always been really cautious of getting too hot and exposed to the sun too much. Plus, it's playing havoc on my hay fever as well.
I'll stop mourning.
Look at those views. How could you not enjoy that? Stunning. Fells for as far as the eye can see. There's miles and miles to be explored. We've come off the footpath now, and we've picked up the track up to the top of Outerside now, which is it's pretty straight up, but it's not for too long. It shouldn't be too bad. And then maybe a little snack at the top before we head back down, and then a pint, I think. Yeah, definitely a pint. that's Outerside done. So we're going to just follow the path down now into Stile Head and then just head back on into Braithwaite. Quick wash down, change, and then a pint. We've just had a snack at the top, full pizza. Probably the best snack you could ever have. And with it being a My Protein one, plenty of protein, loads of flavour actually. The chicken curry one I think it was. Yeah, completely surprised by how good they are. So yeah, down to Stile Head now, and it's pretty much straightforward back into Braithwaite. All in all, pretty good climbs. It was pretty much straight up like I said, but it's short and sharp. You're at the top and then the views are spectacular. And there's an old disused quarry down the backside, so that's definitely on the plan for a future walk. Pretty severe coming down this bit here. Quite a lot of slippy rock, jagged edges. I think I'd have preferred to have gone up it rather than down it. So that's next time as well, I think. That's the final summit of the day, Stile End. You can see Barrow over there. And then Outerside over that way, and then we're back down into Braithwaite, which is just down here. So it's not too far back in. I think so far Catherine's watch clicked over about 5 miles. So none of them are the highest like peaks of any of the lakes at all, but overall it's a little bit of a challenge because they're quite steep. Some good fun. Back in the van now, so in total 4 hours 10 minutes, and I've got it down as 11.37 kilometers. Well, you got it at?
It's just about to kick over to 7 miles.
Just kicking over at 7 miles. So get the stuff in. We're going to get to the car park down by the lake again, get a spot, get paid up, get sorted, and then get into Keswick for a beer. Or how many beers?
I don't know. The
many.
number is infinite. You don't know.
Infinite.
Yeah.
Many. So we've just got back into the van. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it's showing up as 37.1 degrees in here. So I think we'll be sleeping with the windows open tonight. Or in fact, I might just sleep outside on the car park floor.
Oh, we open the windows.
Oh well. Oh my god, it's boiling. So we're back in the Lakeside Carpark, and would you guess it, we managed to bag the same car parking spot we had the other night, which was perfect. So freshened up, quick change of clothes, and then we're off into Keswick now. It's actually quite busy tonight though. There's quite a lot of vans, a lot more homes, obviously a lot of cars, but they'll all be gone within the next few hours really. But it's something quite a lot, like the busiest we've seen, isn't it?
Yeah, Saturday night, wasn't it?
Saturday, and it's boiling, so yeah, busy night. But first stop, pub. Just had a few beers in Wetherspoons and realised we need to pick up some waters for tonight in the van. But it's not often you meet Austin Powers. He sat over there just having a pizza, just chilling, having a pizza. Class. Austin Powers. The truth is though, most of the majority of the youth of these days won't even know who he is. Yeah.
I've never seen the film.
You what?
I've never seen the Austin Powers film.
I don't even know how.
Why that can't be comedy?
Oh,
I don't like it.
It's not a comedy, it's iconic. Iconic.
Oh my God,
Iconic.
crap, Gavin.
It's iconic.
Where's the music come from?
Probably a car somewhere. Austin Powers. If you've watched it and you like it, comment below, please. Put
No
Catherine.
one's going to comment below.
Shame Catherine.
No one's going to comment below.
Shame Catherine, please.
No one's going to
Be on my side. Cigarette butts.
Cigarette butts, yeah, they're just...
We've got Catherine just doing a quick litter pick. So like wherever we stay, we always try and do a little circle around the van of litter, and this circle seems to be getting ever bigger here because people are just disgraceful, really. It's a bit disrespectful to everything, because you know, we all complain about not having anywhere to stay, but these spots like these are going to be taken away from us if people just keep leaving the shit everywhere. I mean, she's picked up all sorts of things like old boxer shorts and cigarette butts and, you know, tissue paper. It's all simple stuff that doesn't need to be left lying around. It's just disgusting. I mean, you leave the place better than you find it. That's always our kind of aim. Like rubber bands. What the hell's the rubber bands doing on our floor? I'm sure you could repurpose them and use them for something productive rather than just chucking them on the floor. Huh?
These people are the worst.
Cigarettes.
Smokers, cigarette butts. Disgusting. Cigarette packets, cigarette butts, all over the place. Look at that. And it's just off this little bit as well.
Yeah, we haven't gone that far, and to be fair, I mean, it's a massive car park, so we couldn't cover the whole thing anyway. But yes, we pay to be here, but it's not the council or the town's responsibility to pick up after us. Grown-ups, for goodness sake, sort your shit out. She's on litter picking duty today.
I'm done now.
You done? Right, we can go into Keswick now. Get some breakfast, I think. Anyway, on a more positive note, good morning. We had a pretty good night's sleep in the car park last night. Didn't film too much. We went out, had a couple of beers. The town was really quite busy actually, so we just kept the camera down and enjoyed ourselves, having a few beers and then some tea. And then just headed back to the van and had a pretty much a peaceful night. So we're just heading on into Keswick now, get a coffee, get some breakfast, and then hopefully just have a pretty much a chilled out day until a little bit later on, where I'm trying to plan to do something a little bit different and a little bit something that I've never seen or done before in the Lake District. So hopefully that's on the cards.
Game of crazy golf, maybe?
No crazy golf. Like honestly, if you've ever seen Peaky Blinders, where was it Shelby, isn't it? Thomas Shelby tries to relax and play golf, and he just launches a golf club. That would be Catherine on the first hole. Nope. She can't do it.
Can disagree, completely disagree.
She goes Hulk mode in seconds. She does. Up the latest badge for our collection in my favourite shop, Conquer, in Keswick. It's unreal. If you've never been in, some of the stuff in there is so unique, and it's just kind of that really quirky sort of feel about it. Everything's so kind of independent. And then Catherine's favourite shop's right opposite, Carrot Cake Shop.
Carrot Cake Lady.
Yeah, we'll have to pick up a piece before we go.
Oh, you didn't have to go on yours?
picked up these kiwis in Booths, and they kind of remind me of like when someone's had a bikini wax. But on a more serious note, how do you eat your kiwi? You cut the top off and scoop it out, or do you just eat like an apple? Like, oh, they're amazing. Skin and all.
Oh, we're going back to more then.
How do you eat yours?
Right, well, we just left Keswick. We're on our way to find something maybe a little bit special. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Would you say that? Would you call it that?
It's got high hopes. Oh, I've got high hopes for it. It sounds quite promising, but it's whether we can find it, just depending on how busy it's going to be, I suppose.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful place, so
Yeah.
might be a bit busy yet. We'll see when we get there. We have to do a little bit of a walk to get there. And it is 5:15 now, so hopefully
it's not too bad because it's end of the half-term holidays. It's not a bank holiday tomorrow, and it's a little bit later in the day, and it seems like the roads are quite quiet. So hopefully everyone's kind of head off home. So
hopefully
we've got this to ourselves.
fingers crossed.
For anybody that knows this walk and has seen the sign down there for Stile Lane, knows exactly where we're going. We're hoping it's quiet. So far people are just coming down passing us that way. So we're hoping we're going to be up there on our own. But we'll see. If it's worth it, we'll put it in the video.
Tried sometimes, but you're making me nervous. No, I've realized that I can't live without you.
This so better be worth it. Very sharp, steep incline. Straight out of that gate. Please don't be this person. Take your rubbish home with you. The recipe for disaster, that. Absolutely. Put that in. I'll be putting that in my rucksack and I'll take it back down with me and dispose of it properly. Don't spoil it for the rest of us. think it's safe to say, or ask, does it get much better than this?
The walk up is a bit not the best because it's very rubbly and very loose rock.
Yeah.
I fell over twice.
Definitely with it being really, really dry, it's very like gravelly, isn't it? So
Well,
you
very
slip
loose
quite a
rock,
bit.
isn't it, rocking?
Yeah,
Very loose rock.
But having this to ourselves in the sunset at what time have we got? What time we saying it is? 6:30. Absolute bliss. I kind of really don't want to go home now. It was already it was already tough to be leaving the lakes this weekend, and this is making it even harder. Safe to say we'll be back here again though.
Feel the bubbles on my back.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're back on our way down to the car, which then sadly we're going to head home. But that's been a fantastic experience getting up there, and just as we've been coming down there, a group of lads were on the way up, so we timed that absolutely perfect. Brilliant.
It was the best time of day as well, we were saying, wasn't it, because of the sunset.
Yeah.
If we went earlier on the morning, there would have been in the sunrise, and the
We'd have been in the shade.
would have been in the shade, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but we've got to enjoy the sunset, or most of the sunset, with the infinity pool all to ourselves.
Now it's home for a beer and a palmo.
And you guys know what a palmo is. Those who don't, would you be interested?